Let me you put in the Facebook page for Luke.
I'm doing it now. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do it now.
Yeah, when when you do that, you damn, I just lost. Oh, go to invite. Did you go? If you go to invite, go to invite. Yeah, you doing it that way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Bet.
And then I just copy it.
Just hit invite, hit copy. Then go to Facebook, go to our Facebook group page and paste it.
Okay.
That way, you or whoever else can get on in. Oh, I think we're live. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I went ahead and went live. My bad. I should have waited on you before I. Yeah.
Open them fast fingers, man. Fast fingers, man. Well, while you doing that, doing some housekeeping, let me welcome everybody to the Bread and Hope Show. Everybody listen to our conversation. But, glad I ain't saying nothing crazy. So, yeah. So, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Bread and Hope Show. And we are here every Wednesday night from 9 p.m. Well, 9:15 p.m. to 10 p.m. And we are based in Atlanta, Georgia. Talk about sports primarily in the state of Georgia. But wherever you from, just tune in to the Bread and Hope Show on StreamYard and speak on it. Let us know, your favorite team and what you want to talk about. And we'd be glad to hear it unless you're a Saints fan. Saint fans, ain't fans y'all calling in too, but I don't think they will. They scared. What I have found out from all the ain't fans that I know, they trying to save face. Yeah, they really want this season to be over with quick, fast, and in a hurry. They don't want to really talk about football, but they'll try to save face, but they really don't want to talk about it. They really don't want to see the Falcons. Saints don't want to see the Falcons.
No.
They just really don't. It's gonna be a massacre. It's gonna be a sweep. Trust that. You heard it right here on the Bread and Hope Show. Falcons versus the Aints. Falcons will sweep the Aints. You heard it here. We sweep them. And ain't nothing they can do about it. But just take it and love it. Take it and love it. That's what they gonna do. They gonna take it and they gonna love it. Beat them, and we gonna beat them over there in the swamp, and we gonna beat them here in the land of milk and honey, otherwise known as ATL.
Oh man,
I love to beat down on that team, but it's fun. I saw something on what's it, man? The NFC South Facebook group. And it's funny. I always forget that Tampa is even in the NFC South. I forget about them all the time. They're a forgettable squad. but they try to make their little self known. But what usually happens in that, it's basically a Saints Falcons rival group page. It's mostly full of Saints and Falcon fans, getting on each other's, busting each other's chops. And then, the other fans will just chip in whenever they feel ready. I mean, there aren't a whole lot of Carolina fans there. Probably 2 or 3 of them.
Right.
About 1,000 something people in that group. So it's probably about 2 or 3 Carolina fans, and it's probably about, I don't know, maybe 10 Tampa Bay fans, and it's dwindling soon. It was thousands of them when Brady was there. But now Brady's gone, probably got 10 of them. And so they're talking about stuff, they're going to wear throwbacks for their rival and all that kind of stuff. Look, man, ain't no rival.
Right.
They have no rival. They just exist for us to beat up on them. That's their purpose. Purpose is to get beat up on by everybody else in the division.
Right.
So, I don't give them no love, man. Don't give them no love, man. No.
I agree, man. I agree.
Yeah. So how's the weekend, Hope?
Weekend was good, man. Just taking it all in with the Copa America.
Oh yeah, we gonna get into that. We definitely gonna get into that. Yes, sir. We definitely gonna get into that.
Oh man, yeah, man. But it was fun. Everything was good, man. How was your weekend?
It was cool, man. Just enjoying the new ride, man, and had a chance to, took a road trip down to Macon to the Mac Town.
Right.
On Sunday. So we usually go to a place up in Ingleside Ave where they got a couple of little bars and stuff, man. And I forget the name of this place, man, but they have live music there.
Yeah.
It's this little reggae band or little house band that they have there, and they play mostly reggae tunes and old school stuff. So it's real, you're outside, you're chilling. Luckily, we've been blessed with good weather.
Right.
Every time we do go down there, it's never raining. So go down there, get some frozen drinks, man, and hang out and chill, man.
That's what's up, man.
Oh yeah, man. A little nice little hidden spot in Macon, man. Nice little cool spot. Some live entertainment, no craziness going on. Just walk on in and hang out, chill, listen to some good music or whatever, and hang out. So we did that and got some Mexican after that and hung out and came on back to the ATL. So it's kind of, my perspective about going to Macon is a little different nowadays. So it gives me a little, just to get away a little bit, recharge the batteries a little bit for the week. Until you can get out and take a real vacation.
I got you, man. Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. That was pretty much the weekend, man. Other than some other things. So look, man. And we talked about cities, man. Just random stuff, man. Can you name an overrated city? A city that you've been to? Everybody talked about is this, that, and the other. And then when you get there, you're like, this is it. Talking about cities. You have a city on your list like that you've been to?
Yeah, man. Yeah. One I can think of right off the bat, Wichita, Kansas.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of anybody talk about Wichita, Kansas. Only time I think about Wichita is doing March Madness when their basketball team makes it. And so,
well, there you go. There it is. There you go, right there, right there.
Oh, gosh.
That should tell you all about Wichita, Kansas, right there.
Oh my gosh, man.
Wichita, Kansas is, flatlands. Barbecue is pretty good there.
Okay, yeah, I hear barbecue out that way is pretty good.
But outside of that, that's about it.
Wow.
as far as the weather, it's good, but they get tornadoes. I mean, it's like Tornado Alley out that way, man.
Oh no.
So it's not flat lands for nothing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, right. I'm good on that. I'm good on that, sir.
Yeah.
I'm good on that.
So, you know.
I'm good on that. Yeah, for me, man, it's got to be New York City. I don't know, man. I've been to New York City a couple of times, and everybody talks about. I mean, there's a lot to do there, and there's a lot of things going on and stuff. And I guess if you want to, but I mean, I haven't been in quite some time, so my perspective being older may be a little bit different. But I just realized that if you've never been there, and like us, we grew up, at the birth of hip hop. The golden age of hip hop, the birth of hip hop.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any social media, so you didn't know. So if you haven't been there, you just know by word of mouth and what you see on TV and what you hear on the radio, which was that New York was all that. You know, and so it was just all that in a bag of chips, and everybody else was just country. And you just sit there and take it, okay. Especially when breakdancing was real big, and you had these breakdancing contests in the city, and I'll never forget you had this breakdancing group called Wave Control that came from, at least they claimed that most of them came from Atlanta. From New York. You remember that group, Wave Control?
Oh man, yeah, I remember hearing about them.
Yeah, they might have had some group members from around, the way. But I think the bulk of them was like from New York, I'm thinking. And so New York was on top. Rap, the culture, dance, everything. And so when I finally got a chance to make it to New York, man, I wasn't all that impressed, man. It was dirty, it was nasty, it had a smell to it. Too much going on, man. People living on top of each other. Everything's expensive. I don't know, man. It was just, I like other boroughs better. I thought that Staten Island was cool. I mean, I thought Staten Island was like normal.
Yeah.
So to speak, some areas.
Right.
But shit, you go to Brooklyn, Brooklyn ain't it, man. Bronx, even worse. I'm sorry, man. I got to tell the truth, man. After visiting, I understand why people who come from like Bronx, Brooklyn, some of those spots, man, come to Atlanta and don't go back. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. But I will say this. I like Queens. I will say that. I will say that the borough in Queens was pretty cool.
Okay.
And Manhattan was just, it's a lot going on there. It's a lot. Although, I mean, to really enjoy Manhattan, in my opinion, either you got to be from there or, you got money.
Right.
You gotta have money, And I mean, there's Central Park and other things, freebies you can take care of and some street vendors and stuff. But yeah, New York was that place for me, man. So not all of it. I did like one or two boroughs, but yeah, man, I didn't get it. So here's another one, man. Flipping the script a little bit, man. We talk about everything on the Bread and Homer show, man. Here's something interesting, man. Think about a show, Homer. Mm-hmm. Think about a show that everybody talked about, that everybody loved, man. Everybody talked about it at work or at school or whatever, man. But you weren't feeling it. You're like, nah, that ain't my. Everybody, did you see that last night? What was that show for you, man? That you didn't care for, but everybody else did.
Man, that's a good one. Come back to me on that one, man. Let me. I'm gonna
go ahead, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I got two shows, man. Mm-hmm. I got two of them.
Okay.
And I won't say that I hated them. I just wasn't really feeling them when they first came out. One of them is Power. It seems to be everybody that's, a lot of people like Power, man. A lot of people love it. I mean, just love it. You know, it's okay. I saw the first season of. I forced myself to watch the first season of Power, and I said, I'm good. I'm not all that impressed.
Right. Right.
I'm just not. But and you won't believe what I'm about to say about what my second show was. The second show, you will not believe it. Martin. Wasn't feeling it, man.
Wow.
I just wasn't, man. I didn't get it.
Wow.
You know,
that's a good one.
Yeah, man. I mean, everybody I knew loved Martin. I mean,
yeah.
from stand up on. Everybody loved the show, man. And so I didn't appreciate Martin until much later in life, man. Until I was like in my 40s, man. 50s.
Oh, interesting, man.
Yeah, I really didn't watch it until I was like 30 years later, man. 20, 30 years later, man. And I didn't have an appreciation until much later. Still not one of my favorite shows, but you know, I kind of get the jokes a little bit. You know what I mean? I kind of get
it. But you know, it's funny you say that because I mean, I wasn't a big Martin show watcher either.
Oh wow, man, God dang,
that's why when you said it, I'm like, yeah, well, I can kind of agree with that because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I mean, when it comes to TV shows, I mean, I kind of stick to the ones when I was a kid and when I was coming up watching like. Oh man, like the $1 Million Man.
$6 Million Man.
$60 Million Man. Incredible Hulk. Hell,
love them all.
You know, hell, I even go with Sanford and Son. I
watched that. Don't even bring that up. That's one of my favorites of all time.
In the Jefferson, I can go on and on. So I'm kind of on that Norm Lear, you know. Show as far as shows, Good Times.
All in the Family is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah, I was gonna say Good Times, All in the Family.
Good Times, All in the Family is it for me.
Yeah, so I those are the shows I watched a lot when I was a kid, young, but yeah, man. So going back to, I would have to say for me, Power is definitely number up there with me as well. Kind of funny, my list is not much different than yours. Maybe the only one I may add on there is Living Singles. I didn't watch that either.
Yeah, I did watch that.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one. I know Queen Latifah and Kim Fields and
I don't watch Kim Fields, but that's another story.
Yeah. But you know, it's funny. I actually like watching her on the girl show, The Facts of Life. I actually watched her on there. I really liked her on there.
That's the only reason I watched that show.
that was the only reason why I watched
the only reason I watched that show. So I get it, and it's not one of my top 5 sitcoms by all means. I watched it. It was cool for what it was. But it doesn't make my top 5 sitcoms. But if I had to name my top 5 sitcoms, we can do that next week. But it's more difficult than you think because somebody ain't gonna make it. You're gonna be talking. Let me get honorable mention. Try to stick 6 in there instead of 5 because once you start mentioning stuff like All in the Family, The Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, Good Times, and some other oldies sitcoms, if you want to go all the way back to stuff like what is it, Andy Griffith Show, Gilligan's Island, Three's Company, if you want to really branch out, you ain't gonna have 5, you're gonna have about a good 10 at least. So when you talk about your top sitcoms, it's going to be a lot harder than what you think. The Jeffersons, I think I forgot to mention the Jeffersons. What's Happening. They had sequels and stuff. And so once you start bringing those shows out, man, it's a whole lot harder to just put 5 up there. Somebody going to get clipped. Different World was just huge. If you want to put in the Cosby Show, and a lot of people like Cosby Show, which was monumental, especially in the Black community, the way you finally got a show where, yeah, you can have a family of a mother and a father, that are doctors and lawyers. Yeah, that's a reality for a lot of Black families. Yeah, it is. And so not to say that that's better or anything, but I'm just saying that we're as diverse as anybody. So we can have single parent households. We can not have single parent households. We can have middle class or whatever, all over the spectrum of the economy code. So, I think it just showed just a different, side of the American Black family. I thought it was awesome, man.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Oh, and man, like I say, man, it's yeah. So, but that's another show in itself. I say that for next week. Hope I say that for next week. We got to get back in the car. Get back in the car, man. So, real quick, man, did you watch any of the baseball All-Star game?
No, I did not. Just being honest.
You said it a real problem. Like, yeah, I actually watched The Celebrity and I watched this and I thought, and you're like, nah, I didn't watch none of that stuff. It was trash.
The funny thing, the only thing I can recall on that is what everybody been talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. So there's the good, the bad. And so I was going to ask you about, but since you didn't watch it, but it doesn't make sense to me to have a good, bad, and ugly. It will make, I guess for me, I watched the All-Star game. I watched the Home Run Derby.
Okay.
And I watched I watched parts of the All-Star game. Anything that happened before the Derby, I didn't watch it. So baseball didn't do a very good job on marketing. But they pretty much market the Home Run Derby. That's kind of like equivalent to what slam dunk used to be in basketball. Yeah. And so, but I don't know, man. I mean, they tried to make something of it, but the ugly. I mean, this is the worst national anthem I've ever heard in my entire life. I know that Carl Lewis was more funny than bad. It was bad, but it was funny and bad. Uh-oh is right. Y'all gonna get this. And I think Roseanne Barr, that was horrible. I mean, but that was baseball's fault, because if you get Roseanne Barr to do your national anthem, what do you expect her to do? Yeah. She's gonna do something. She's a comedian by trade, and she's gonna do something that's in her wheelhouse. And so she thought that butchering the national anthem was gonna be funny, and she got booed. I mean, mercifully booed. Yeah. And she deserved every bit of that boo. Yeah. But this young lady, I forget her name, man. I don't really need to remember her name. She was so bad. But everybody knows who she is. Some little country girl, little country music star. And little young girl went out there, man, and she looked kind of weird when she went out there. And she butchered that national anthem.
Well, she was buzzing.
Yeah. I mean,
the thing about it, I mean, and she's already made her public statement. I'm gonna get some Sikh help and all that good stuff, but that's good for her. But it is what it is, man. I mean, can she come back from it? Yeah, I mean, it's no biggie. She's probably not the first, won't be the last that butcher it up.
Unfortunately, you're correct. You are correct. But it was so, but it got funny because while she was doing it, I started trying to look at the baseball players' faces while she was butchering. And some of them we just couldn't. It was just, you had the different looks on the side, like, oh my goodness. Some of them were laughing, some of them were trying to cover their face. It was just bad, man. It was unmercifully bad. Yeah. I mean, it was really bad.
It doesn't get any worse than that. That was she butchered the hell out of it.
She butchered it, man. She butchered it. And so, she admitted that, she went out there drunk. She got drinking problems. She's in the rehab. You should have done that before you got out there on the thing, in front of, millions of viewers.
I think what it was is just what it was. She was there. She knew she had a commitment to sing the national anthem, and she just had too much of a good time. That's just the bottom line, bro. That's what happened. She got there. She knew she had a commitment, but she just had too much of a good time. That's just the bottom line. And then when her time was up,
yeah,
there's little, it looked like I had one too many shots. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it my best.
Yeah.
That's all that was, man. Started having a good time at the game, forgot about her commitment. I'm just keeping it real, man. I'm keeping it real. That's all that was. She got having a good time, and you're like, oh yeah, by the way, you gotta sing the national. Oh snap.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, that's all that was, bro. That's all that was.
Oh my gosh, man. It was so bad. It was so bad, man. So yeah. That was unfortunately the most memorable part of the All-Star celebration, because I can't remember who won. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't remember who won.
Now I will say I did tune to see a little, not all of it, but they had some guy pitching for Pittsburgh, Paul Skeens.
Yeah, man. He's nasty, man.
That dude's a beast.
Yeah,
he kind of like a flash of Randy Johnson back in the day. But yeah, that dude is a beast. But outside of that was it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a few Braves in there, Marcell Ozuna, but he didn't do much in the home run derby. I mean, he hit some powerful hits, some powerful home runs over there, pretty far. But so did others. It was just not good, not interesting, rather. The uniforms were, a lot of folks didn't like it, but it is what it is, man. So I think, I don't know. I think overall, back in the day, All-Star games, basketball, football, baseball, were more, it's more interesting. You think about baseball, they have interleague play now. So it's not, so interleague is kind of the thing. Still kind of a little bit intriguing, more so than American League, National League, in that setting. So it's not a thing anymore. Even with us old timers, man, I don't call it old timers, but even those vets in the game, man, it's not a thing anymore in terms of seeing. And maybe they just need to do like basketball and just mix it up. Just have somebody pick teams, man, or have the fans pick teams. Somebody pick the teams, man, or you draw, and you have a bucket and they draw teams, and let's go. I don't know, but not that interested in the game. I was watching other things. I didn't tune in for the entire game. It was just boring. That was it. So American League won again, 5-3. No big deal. They won the past 10 out of 11, something crazy. So who cares? So let's get back to it. Let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. Bro. So yeah, Hope, not that impressed, bro. Not that impressed.
No, not at all. Not at all, man.
I'm good on that. So look, man. Hawks. Let's talk a little summer league, man. And I don't know if you got an opportunity to see the Hawks last week when they played Washington. And so you had Alex Sarr, with the guy who really, who went number 2 to Washington Wizards because he didn't want to play for Atlanta. Atlanta didn't pick him not because they didn't think that he could be of use for the team, but they didn't pick him because he didn't want to play here. Simple as that. And so, okay, you don't want to be here, then we move it on to the next guy. And so we moved to Zachary Ricochet, another French guy. So 2 Frenchmen have gone number 1 2 years in a row. So he's like 6'9", 6'8", 6'9", real tall, lean, lengthy guy.
Right.
Fairly athletic. And if you look at Summer League, man, pretty much all the guys, at least the young guys, they got kind of a similar build. They, some are tall, shorter than others, but they got similar build. They just skinny, thin, no meat on the bones, man. They just, all of them kind of small. But that matchup between Ricochet, the number 1 pick for the Atlanta Hawks, and the number 2 pick, Alex Sarr, interesting matchup. So I think Ricochet looked decent, man. I think, he showed kind of pretty much all of what he had in his bag. And I think overall, I think both of them did fairly well. I think, I think Alex Sarr, he showed what he had in his bag. So he scored, 12 points. And he had a number of rebounds and about 4 or 5 block shots.
Yeah.
He had a block party down there, man. We tried to get the ball up, man. He just kept sending it back, man. So he definitely has the skill set of blocking shots down. He has a little range to him. He ain't no banger though. He ain't big enough to do that, but or strong enough to do that. But he definitely has some skill set. But he got out, if you want to be nitpick about it, Ricochet definitely outplayed the guy. Ricochet got inside game, outside game, played a little defense. He didn't play the defense that he wanted to play, but he was decent. You can kind of tell what he's got in his bag. He's got range. He shot some threes. He slashed to the basket when it was open. Made some key passes, key assists. So he's a very rangy player. But, there's a lot of room for improvement. He's going to grow. He's got to get stronger. He's going to have to hit the gym. Ain't no doubt about that. So he's a catch and shoot guy. He's nobody that I really think about in terms of like handling the ball. A ball handler. Like, yeah, man, you can bring it down the court, man. Nah, they ain't.
Right.
He probably can. Most guys can do something, but we don't need him for that. Don't worry about that. Ball handling, don't worry about that. But the guy can shoot. Guy makes some pretty good plays. So I thought he did well. I don't know if he's been the best guy in terms of the summer league. There've been other guys, Zach Edey, and some other guys around summer league that's looked, consistently a little bit better. Yeah, just as good as Ricochet. So I don't know, man. I mean, you had that number 1 pick, man. And they come up short during the summer league, man. Makes you scratch your head a little bit. But I don't know. Did you get a chance to take a look at it, I hope?
Well, I didn't get a chance to, but I do know that, like you said, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's a developmental league. For as well, the summer league, that is. But yeah, like you said, Brad, I mean, you can kind of see what they got in the bag. Maybe there's some potential there with the new guy at the Hawks have. Once he kind of develop into being a bigger guy and all this kind of good stuff. So it's just kind of those wait and see. But I think it's good they have the summer league, for them to be able to get in there and go at it and see what you got.
Yeah.
As far as I know, you brought up Zach Edey. It looks like from what I'm reading, he's injured or he's not 100%. So they
they set him on down, man. You don't want to You know, the
Yeah.
guy
So
that they plan on getting some playing time, man, you know, they're gonna sit him on down, man. You don't want to get him used
yeah,
all up in summer league, man. You know, you
yeah,
just want to just you know, for the most part, the guys who got drafted first round, you just want to see what they got, give them some run. You
yeah.
know, it ain't like they're not gonna make the team. So,
Right, right.
but you know, all the other 10 guys on the team, man, 10, 11 guys, they playing for a spot.
Yeah, man. But so we'll see, man. But I think one of the biggest things out of the summer league so far, everybody been talking about is, you know who?
Yeah, he's got 4 points now. So playing against the Hawks, actually. So right now you got the Hawks and in the Lakers summer league playing each other right now. And you know, I mean, you know, I think he's got his max. I think, you know, he's usually Bronny's really, you know, kind of good 4 points a game, you know, kind of what he did in college, you know. So
But that's the thing, though, right? Who really thought? I mean, you saw what he gave you in college. I mean, who really thought they were going to see more than that? I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but
well,
I
yeah,
mean, he didn't really. I mean, it wasn't like he was lighting up the scoreboard in college. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He was what you pretty much saying now is what he was doing in college. So,
yeah, yeah.
um, is there potential there? Yeah. Can he? I think just from the little time I've seen, I'm thinking more his defense play may be better than his offense.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
maybe.
maybe, but uh, I know one person. He keep calling him Brick City. But man, I saw somebody post something and instead of a ball in his hand, he had a brick. But I, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean,
Brick City James,
it,
Brick City Brony.
it is what it is. I mean, we see the potential there, but
Yeah, I mean, you
it's
just gotta keep it. Look, man, real talk. You just gotta keep at it, man. Not, you know, the kid. He's gonna try. He's gonna play hard. He's gonna hustle. You know, he know folk talking about. You know what folks saying about him. You know, he on in the league because of his daddy, which is true. But you know, the guy like him, he's gonna try to prove you wrong. You know, he's gonna try to prove that he actually deserves to be there. You know, because I think that things came up short for him. You know, after he had a heart episode.
yeah,
You know, at USC, boy almost died.
right.
So you kind of got to take that into consideration. Where you kind of got to get your confidence up after having an ordeal like that. So you know, to his credit, still be banging and playing hard and trying to make it. You know, you know, what do you expect? You're right, ho. You hit the nail on the head. I mean, what do you expect? Guy average 4 points in college, played a year, and now he's in the league. You know, the expectation is not that he, especially playing with better competition, that
Right.
he scores at all, even if he gets any playing time at all. So there's a lot. There's a lot to
I
unpack there.
mean, again, like I said, you can see he has potential. I'm not saying that he can't play. It's just the fact that, like I said, you saw what you got in when he was in college. I mean,
Yeah.
that it wasn't like, that make you, get up and do jumping jacks. So,
No.
um, I mean, so it is what it is,
It is
man. I
what it is. I mean,
mean,
but
it is what it is. Now, can he potentially develop to be a better player?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
can. Yeah, he
yeah,
can
he
do something.
can. As long as he put in the work. But
Yep.
again, like I said, if he put in the work now, but if he don't put in the work and he just he goes with just what he been doing, it is what it is. Like I said, that's what you're gonna get. But like I said again, if like I emphasize, if he put in the work.
Yeah.
So I don't mean that lightly. I'm saying if he put in the work and really hone his skill set, which I'm pretty sure he will, uh, then we may can see some see some dividends out of it. But right now, I don't. At best, Brad, at best, he's coming off the bench. He's definitely not a starter. So, let's
No,
just keep it real on
that's
that.
not what he. Yeah, that's not what he do.
He definitely coming off the bench. So,
Yeah, ain't no surprise
yeah,
about that.
yeah, ain't no starting there, man. It is what it is.
Yeah. So and the thing about summer league too. I mean, when you watch it, I mean, you just seeing, you know, you just really just seeing guys, having a run and shoot game, basically
Yeah.
pickup game, and hey, it's a glorified pickup game. These dudes ain't really running no plays. They got a coach, but the coach ain't really coaching other than the sub players in and out timeouts. That kind of basic stuff, but he ain't really coaching. And these guys ain't really running no plays. They just going out there running up and down the court. Somebody open. You know how you do. You know how it is, man. When you play a pickup game at the gym somewhere at the rec center, pickup game. Ain't nobody really running plays, man. You might, like I say, if you got a squad that's kind of been winning, then you put somebody off and the next will come up. Then you get fans. You probably run some little simple play. I mean, everybody can run, pick and roll. Or give and go. Those kind of easiest plays to kind of, pick and roll is kind of easy one to roll, the easiest one to play. And, you just let your guy know what's up. Hey, man, pick and roll, pick, set the screen. Just simple stuff. That's the kind of stuff that they doing. But
I think
you ain't gonna get no triangle and no high low. You ain't gonna get no intricate in this stuff, man.
No. But I think probably the biggest viral highlight moment of the summer league is Angel Reese, and I'll leave it at that.
Yes, sir. Bro. Yeah. The W. The dub. Yeah, man. So,
yeah.
So look, man. I think that she's just as big for the game as your girl Caitlin Clark. It's kind of, she's doing just as much. She's just as influential. She just got a different game.
Yeah.
Got a different game, man, and and she, off the court, she does, she's a lot more influential off the court than Caitlin Clark. If you want to, I hate to put Caitlin Clark there, and because Caitlin, they're two different people.
Yeah.
Caitlin's all about business on the court. And that's it. Her off the court thing is nothing to talk about.
Right.
But Angel Reese is the exact opposite. Everybody talk about her off the court. So on the court and off the court. So there's a lot going on there. But I'm happy for the WNBA. The WNBA All-Star game is actually this weekend. Starts on Friday.
Oh, I didn't
Saturday
know that,
night.
Yeah.
Sherry Miller's gonna be coaching one of the squads All-Star game. So Sherry Miller's one of the greats. One of the great women ballers of all times. I mean, I was a kid when she was playing, man, but she was very dominant, man. Very dominant.
Yeah.
It's better than her brother, and her brother was good. So, I will say that. Her brother, you know how good Reggie was when Reggie played. She was better.
Yeah, okay. This is true.
So so that's what we got. So look, man, have you had an opportunity to watch the USA preliminary games?
Well, there's no when they started out. I saw USA, and it was I want to say Canada.
Yep.
So I like what I saw. I think this team is going to do very well in the Olympics. Yeah, man. I mean, so from that angle, yeah, I like what I've seen so far.
Well, I'll put it this way: two players stand out to me. maybe 3, but 2 players stand out to me. That's LeBron James, Steph Curry.
Yeah,
man, those guys stand out to me for obvious reasons, but at this point in their careers, because this is Steph's first time playing for Team USA. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
And so this is his first time. And so he's having a ball. He's having a ball, man. He's having a blast. And so the duo between him and James, man, it's incredible. It's stupid, man. It's so stupid. So it's just like, man, the plays you see those guys make on the court, just, jeez. You know, and that leads to the discussion, man. And I hate to even put this out there, but I've been hearing the barbershop talk about, this team. What does this team rank in comparison to the Dream Team and the Redeem Team and Dream Team 2? Does it rank anywhere close with those guys?
Man,
you have the original Dream Team, you got the second Dream Team, and then you got the Redeem Team with Kobe and company. I think it was Kobe, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen. Man, Jesus, that team was loaded. But we all know about Dream. We all know about the original Dream Team: Magic, Bird, Jordan, Barton. The whole cast, and they were beating everybody by 50. And that was the first year that we had our professional players in there. I mean, literally 50 points. I ain't playing.
Right.
So, but back then, the guys were just like, US was like, look, everybody else got their best players and professional players and guys that play in the league, and they were beating our guys. We started to lose. The word got a little bit better, and we started to lose games, man. We started losing. We started winning bronze in basketball, and silver in basketball. Our college players. They're like, oh no, this is not gonna work. And so that was the first year. Was okay, you got your best players, we're gonna have our best players. No more bronze for us. We're done. And man, they just blew everybody out by 50 points, like literally 50 points. The world thought they caught up with the US, and the US came out there with Algon Jordan and Magic Johnson and Barkley and Bird, and man, that team was so loaded. I think David Robinson was on that team. Oh man, that team was so loaded. Patrick Ewing, it's crazy. So after schooling everybody about 40, 50 points, I mean, we were doing that every year.
Yeah.
So we were doing that every year, for a while until the world started catching up again. We started slacking off, again, as we normally do. I always put college guys back in there, whatever. College guys are losing again. We're not competing.
Yeah.
So they then you get the Redeem Team back. So, oh man. So they start being put by 20. So what you think about that though?
So the answer to your question, man, I mean, definitely not compared to the original. I don't think any team is close to the original.
Right.
Maybe the Redeem Team. I give it the Redeem Team.
Interesting. I gotta agree, man. I think them and the Redeem Team would be, they right there. I don't think that as good as the Redeem Team was, I don't think they had Steph Curry, man. I mean, I ain't never seen a player like him in my entire life. He's an alien. LeBron, to me, he's kind of like a cross between Karl Malone and something else. Kind of and Karl Malone was very athletic, man. And he could do a lot. But LeBron, see, a lot of Karl Malone could shoot too.
Mm-hmm.
He could shoot. He could run the floor, play a little defense, man. But with all that being said, I think LeBron is a more athletic version of Karl Malone.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense, because Carmelo was very athletic too, but he was just a big guy, big guy. But LeBron's a big guy, but LeBron's more lean now. He's old age, man, older guy, older athlete, he's more lean. So yeah, I just think that LeBron is right? We've seen LeBron types, but I don't think I've ever seen a Curry. He's kind of like an Allen Iverson, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, all kind of rolled into one. So one player. It's like, I guess, and his pops, definitely his pops. So Steph Curry is one heck of a player, man. It's different. It's different. So I don't know, man. Redeem team, that makes sense to me. Man. That makes sense to me. But those first couple teams, no. But look, Hov, we got to talk about this. We got a couple minutes, man. We got a couple more minutes in the show. So we got to talk about this soccer, man. And, obviously, Spain defeats England. I don't think that's a big surprise. No. That Spain was going to beat England in the Euro Cup. But we got the Copa America Cup, man. Doggone it, Hova. Argentina and Colombia. Did you happen to watch that game? I don't know, man. I said, let me ask Hova. I don't know if you watched that game or not. So I said, let me ask him. Did you watch that Copa America Cup final game of Argentina versus Colombia?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I mean, did you watch all of it or just some of it?
I watched the whole entire game.
Oh my God! Halftime, you lasted through halftime too.
Even the halftime show. Especially the halftime show.
So what you got, man? What you think about that, man? What you think about that matchup, man? Colombia.
Colombia played in the Copa America. They did very well. I thought they had a good chance. I thought they had a good chance to win, actually. I think if they could have got a goal, I really would have liked their chances. But, it was just one of those type of games. I felt like whoever scored was going to win. Whoever got that goal was going to win. And, that's what happened. They had opportunity. They just didn't capitalize. And, that's just how soccer is, man. It's one of those, with those missed opportunities. I guess that's any game. When you in a championship, man, you only get so many chances, and you got to take advantage of the opportunities when they come. So that's what happened, man. But I'm proud of the team. I think they'll be back. I definitely feel like that team will be back, no doubt about that.
Yes. I thought it was interesting, man. I mean, I think this was Argentina's third one in a row. Some crazy.
Yeah.
3 out of 4. Some crazy.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't. I mean, look, man. I don't think it was a shock that Argentina won, but if they were going to lose, it would be to this Colombia team because Colombia was hot. They were on a winning streak coming into this game.
Right.
And so they had a lot of good team chemistry. They had built up a lot of momentum, and it seemed like they were poised, I would say, to get the upset against Argentina.
Yeah.
But they up short, man. But man, they sure got swinging in the stands, though, didn't they? So Colombia, for 38 out. They got it swinging on Uruguay. They got it swinging on goddamn Argentina. They got it swinging on. Man, they got it swinging on everybody in the stands. Man, like, what the hell? They 38 out of. They got that game seriously, man. Like serious.
Oh man. Yeah, they take it serious, man.
Dead serious, man. Somebody said something. Somebody said something about somebody dog, man.
Yeah, they take their soccer just as serious we take serious with the Bulldogs. I mean, it's just that bad.
Oh man, that is serious. Yeah, Bulldog, that's serious right now.
Yeah. So it's like that. It's just that serious.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I thought, like I said again, the team had a good run. I would have liked they had got the championship, but like I said, they'll be back, man. No doubt about that. I think that team definitely
Yeah.
be back in the mix.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so they were good. They were physical, fast, had it, emotional squad. They had their act together. They was gritty, so that was a tough team, man. That was a tough team. So we're gonna see them again real soon.
As a matter of fact, the next World Cup.
Yeah,
They'll
next
be
World
up in
Cup.
there.
Yeah.
They'll be up in there.
That'll be some good stuff, man. We see where everybody is, where everybody stands, where the group standings gonna be, and it's gonna be interesting, man, to kind of see. You got the top teams between Argentina, Colombia, Uruguay, Canada. Put Canada in there; they look pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Spain, European teams, Spain, England, a couple other squads over there, France. And so we gonna definitely have some good World Cup action going on, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
So too bad the Americans will not be competitive, but I ain't going down that road. We already talked about how bad.
Yeah, we already know what time it is with that. But yeah,
we already know what time it is, man. But looking towards the women, I don't know if you had an opportunity to watch the women play past couple of days. They had a couple of friendly games to get ready for the Olympics. They look good. They played Costa Rica last night. And Costa Rica basically just played in the box, played defense in the box most of the game. They only had 2 shots on goal, and those 2 shots on goal early in the first half. And that's it. They just sat down, man. They just hunkered down in the box to try to keep her from scoring. Which, that's a challenge. Teams will try that against the U.S. And I think that the U.S. made the right plays. They just couldn't score. They couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, man. They just kept overshooting the ball. I don't know what that is. They just had to bring it down. They had a lot of good plays, but they just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, man. I don't know what that was or is, but they definitely gonna have to. I mean, they should have beaten really Costa Rica like at least 4, 5, 6-0, man. And I keep saying this about this American ladies team that they're younger. I get it, but they are very talented, very talented. I saw them against Costa Rica, man. These were women against girls.
Yeah.
Costa Rica had some little girls out there. They look like little girls out there compared to America. Americans were bigger, stronger, faster, smarter, had the game plan. There was everything. They were just toying with them. But they could not put the ball in the back of the net. That was frustrating for me. So I think that when you have the chance, scoring, then when they did put it in the back of the net, it was offsides, and that was frustrating. But you can't let the refs get in your head.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, Brad. You're right.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to watch that game or any of the women's game?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't get it. Man, I was so focused on the Copa America.
No. Well, it was over then, but
yeah. Well, I hadn't had a chance to get it, but I will start checking into them though. I will start looking to see what's going on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so they were looking at checking them out. So they work the look. They are champions. So yeah. So yeah, man. U.S. women, man, that's where it's at. So I think that's about the end. We can talk about. I'm gonna say football the next week, man. I'm gonna say these Bulldogs the next week. I know that they had SEC media day, media week.
Yeah.
And all I'll say about that is that it's different. This is the first time that they haven't had Nick Saban come up there with a Coke bottle in a very long time, in years. And so so Nick Saban basically needs his media credential to go ahead and embrace his new job as a media guy.
Right.
And so you have all these guys come up and and it's really for the most part. I mean, you got people like Lane Kiffin and some other coaches come up that are people that are names, but everybody know who ran this thing, man. It's Kirby. Kirby runs it. Kirby runs it.
Right.
Kirby's the man right now. Georgia's the team and Kirby's the coach. It's just where we are.
Absolutely, man. Are you gonna get the new college game?
What?
You gonna get the new college
football
game? College football game.
No, man, I haven't played in years, man. I need to get back in. I haven't played in, man, it's been years, man. Years. I don't even know. I don't even know how to do it nowadays, man. I mean, I got an older system. I got my grandson's system he had some time ago. He got a new one. So he gave me his old one, man. And I haven't even done anything with his old one.
Okay.
I'm so far away from it, man. I have no idea. No earthly idea what's going on. So the answer is no. It's crazy because I used to always keep up with it, but I just got behind, man. I didn't get a chance to just kind of stay up on this stuff. But I mean, what do? You just download it now? I tell you how far I've been, man. I used to just get the CDs and put CDs in there and play the game with the controller.
Yeah,
So
I don't even
you don't
know.
do that
I don't
no
even
more.
know. I don't even know if they make the CDs anymore. I think you get internet connection, Wi-Fi, and you just download it onto your console.
Okay.
I think that's the way it works now. I don't even think they even do CD. They may still. You might can still buy the CD, but I know they're trying to get away from it. Where everything is
that
digital.
makes sense though. Yeah. So that's something I try to do, man. I try to look into it, man. I don't know if can you download it on your computer or do you have to download it on the system, or I don't know what you do with this stuff nowadays, man. I haven't played it, so you can tell I ain't played in too long, man. It's been too long.
Yeah, man, that's a good question though, man. I couldn't even tell you, man. I can't even tell you because, hey, I don't even own a PlayStation. I got the old Xbox 360. So what do I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
They just they don't even make games for that anymore. So yeah.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, man. But you know what's funny? They have the nostalgia games, the Nintendo, the all stuff. But it's like the 50-1 or 30-1. I'm interested in getting that a little bit interested in getting that. But
yeah, I mean,
I used to have fun with that.
I mean, I'm so bad, man. I would probably buy an Atari brand. If you can, well, you don't have to buy a brand new. Just buy old Atari with a whole lot of games.
Yeah, that's how they sell them. You get that now on Amazon for like $50, man. So you, I'm serious. I saw some on Amazon, man, where you can get like this old school Atari or something. This game system that has like 50 of those Atari games, man. Centipede, Asteroids, Yard's Revenge, Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Frogger, Dig Dug, Pitfall. I mean, all of those, man. Space Invaders, Galaga. All the little hits, man. Pong. I hated Pong, but yeah. And imagine, man, we came up in a time to where you played Pong. I know you remember Pong, man. That was the first one. Pong was free. It came with the Atari set. It was the first game in the way you had two lines. It was kind of like a tennis match. It was supposed to be a tennis match, but you had two lines on both sides. See my fingers? People see my the line right. That's a good thing about video. This way. Yep. And so you had a Pong right here and a Pong right there and a ball in between. It goes doot. And the ball goes doot 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 boop boom, doo-doo. Then the other one come, boom, and then you had to keep hitting. You didn't want the ball to pass. It was crazy thing. It was entertaining, man, for a while. But I mean, we didn't have anything like that because we had handheld like Mr. Quarterback, electronic quarterback, that kind of stuff. So you had the handhelds that needed 9-volt batteries, and then you play against your buddy, and then you have these remotes, and then you play it, with these little red dots, and you just couldn't let the other dots catch you. Man, we was amused, man. Those were hours and hours of fun playing with dots, man. Dots and lines.
Yeah,
hours,
really.
Man.
Yeah.
Dots and lines, squares and stuff.
I remember.
Hours, man. Until they start coming out with better games, man. Just other stuff. The airplane. What was that game, man? Tank Command. You remember Tank Command? The Army game where it had a tank, and then it's you could hide behind all these different bars to try not to get hit. You shoot, it'll go boop, then it'll do. Then you didn't want to get your tank hit.
I think it was called Combat.
Combat. That's what it was. Combat. Yep, it was Combat. That's what it was. Combat. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I mean, hours of fun, man. Until they start getting, fancy with the Pac-Mans and all the other stuff start coming out, man. But and then Nintendo came and knocked them out of the water. That was just a whole different thing.
Right.
Nintendo just opened up a whole new world. The rest is history.
It's true.
Yeah, man, that stuff used to keep us entertained forever, man. And now they just, the game you see right now, man, it's like watching the real game on TV. You don't know if it's real or if it's a game.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I'm looking at this new college football by EA Sports, and hell, it is. I mean, it almost damn near look like you're looking at a real game. The players look so real, and the movement and everything.
I mean, I want to get back in it, being that Georgia's got a great. I mean, Georgia's always had a competitive team. I would always play with Georgia back in the day, or they would be one of my teams.
Yeah,
Georgia was always good, man. Good running game, decent passing game, decent defense. That's just balanced. Georgia's one of the more balanced teams that you can play with. But shoot, they probably off the charts right now. Them in Alabama, Ohio State,
right.
So
they said, well, it looks like Bronny kind of getting his groove. He got 9 points tonight.
Oh wow!
I'm being funny, man. I mean,
wow! He may get 11. He may get in double digits tonight.
Well, come on, Brad. I mean, you gotta, he's gonna have one highlight moment, where he scored a good bit. But again, we already talked about it earlier. I mean, the consistency, though. Whether you might get that tonight, but then you go back to nothing the other night. So, and I ain't trying to poo-poo on it. I'm just telling it like it is. But
it is what it is. It is. But ESPN gonna play it like, oh man, he's ready. 11 points.
Well. But you know how that go. I mean, they gotta talk it up. I mean, it's a media. They gotta talk it up. They gotta talk it up. I mean, that's his dad. LeBron is his dad, so they gotta talk it up. Regardless of how good he is, they're gonna talk it up. I mean, they're gonna get airtime. They're gonna be on, and so.
Yeah. I mean, it's something, and I get it. Everybody gets it. We understand we know what it is. We know what it is. We get it, and that's fine. I mean, people, the people that are titled LeBron haters say it's nepotism, and the people that are LeBron lovers is like, what are you talking about? You know, look at the Giannis and all these other players and all this other nepotism, and y'all just gonna point this one out because it's LeBron. So you got them two factions going at it, man. We're just like, oh my God, really? But at any rate, man, you know, well, hey. I guess it's time to kind of end it, wrap it on up for the night. Wrap up the show for the night. So it's been real. And so man, thanks everybody to joining the show, and people gonna watch it after it's been recorded. Thanks for tuning in to the show and checking us out.
Yep,
absolutely. Show. So
speak on it.
Here every week from 9:15 to look like 10:15. Yeah, like Hova said, the next time, speak on it, y'all.
Speak on it.